Hi, my name is Nathan, and I talk about a bunch of movies on this channel. Down below in the comment section, share what you thought of The Hunt for Red October. If you've seen it over on my channel, I have more content like this. Check those out when this video is over. Let's just get straight into the review here. And lately on my channel, I've been doing a lot of these reviews for movies that I've watched for the very first time that I think are worth talking about on the channel. So, one of the more recent ones, The Hunt for Red October. This is a movie from 1990, starring Sean Connery, Alec Baldwin, even James Earl Jones is in it, and a whole bunch of other famous movie stars. And it's directed by John McTiernan, director of Predator and Die Hard, and watched it for the first time about a few days ago. And I just wanted to talk about it here. So what did I think of it? I thought it was a really good old-fashioned thriller. Now, certainly, it's kind of odd to call it old-fashioned today because this movie did come out in 1990. So, in a way, it's old-fashioned in the way that it did come out a long time ago. But if 14-year-old mindset right now, I found it as this old-fashioned, nice little submarine thriller, and what I enjoyed about it is that it doesn't rely on big, gigantic, bombastic sequences. It doesn't rely on big action sequences. It doesn't rely on big, gigantic character arcs. It doesn't rely on big, gigantic, sweeping moments or anything like that. It could just be a very good thriller. And so this one is about a submarine. It's set in the context during the Cold War, and it's about a submarine and all these people trying to kind of go after it, but then there are complications that come into the mix with Sean Connery's character and what he certainly plans on doing in the film. And so that's just a very interesting concept for a thriller, where you get Cold War submarine thriller and Sean Connery as a character who wants to defect to the United States in this film. And that's just a great concept. And there's just a bunch of fantastic actors with great performances. Of course, you get Alec Baldwin is in it, which it's kind of fun for me to see him in this type of role because he was a lot younger back then than he looks now. But Alec Baldwin is in it as Jack Ryan, who actually, one thing to mention, this is the first, I think this is the first Jack Ryan film, and Jack Ryan obviously has become this big gigantic franchise where Amazon's putting out TV shows. Is it John Krasinski on the TV show on Prime? I'm not 100% sure. I think it's John Krasinski on the Prime, but that is the same character. That is Jack Ryan, and I think this is the first film that Jack Ryan was in. And of course, it's based off of a book from Tom Clancy, which I have not read, but I've heard that his books are very hard to translate. And so, having seen this film, I thought that it was a nice thriller. Fantastic actors. Alec Baldwin, of course. You also get Sean Connery is in it as the captain of Red October, kind of. And he's the one going to defect to the United States in the film. And yeah, there's just some fantastic performances in it. And also Sam Neill's in it as a henchman in the middle of it. And so that's kind of fun to see it. It also just keeps you at the edge of your seat without having to have those action sequences. Like I mentioned previously, it's not a film that relies on the big, gigantic, bombastic sequences. It's much more about the thriller aspect, but it still keeps you at the edge of your seat as any other thriller today would do the same. Now, I will say, if I could just have an issue that I have with it that holds it back, I found it very one-note. It's a very one-note film. It plays on this one line. It doesn't shift or anything like that, and I wish it was a little bit more dynamic. And that's a pretty big issue because I think it retracts from the rewatchability, certainly, of this film. But overall, just a great thriller directed by John McTiernan. And so, overall, I'll give this one a B+. And yeah, maybe if you guys are adults, you probably have seen this movie before. So, tell me in the comment section. I'd love to hear what you thought of it. Click the like button. Be sure to subscribe. It really helps a lot over on my channel. I have more content. Check those out right now. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end. And I will see you in the next one.